Hello. How is everyone doing today? So I just wanted to come on here and do a quick live. I've just been getting a lot of questions and a lot of people wanting to know, like, how good is the mascara coverage? I'm looking for a foundation that covers my problem areas. I'm suffering with scarring. I'm suffering with melasma, rosacea. So there's a bunch of different things that people are wanting to cover, and they're just trying to find that good foundation that's going to cover it, not come off, and not going to look cakey at the end of the day. So I just wanted to come on here and show you guys the skin problems that I suffer with or deal with, and how I use our foundation to cover those up without making it look too cakey and with actually covering it up very well. So as you can see, I did put a self-tanner on today because I wanted the spots to show up a little bit more and be more prominent, because when I use my self-tanner, it really brings them out. So as you can see, especially on this side of my face, I do have a lot of scarring all through right here. And then also you can see that there is some brown pigmentation from just sunspots. I do use a tanning bed, so you can see how all of this has just kind of come out. So these are a lot of issues that people are wanting to cover. Also too, I don't really have like bad under eyes, but I will show you a trick to help with those as well too. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to pin my hair back for this as best I can. So let's get that going. Okay, so we're gonna look a little bit creepy right now. Let me just wet this down too. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I just always go in with a primer. I'm gonna go with the Professional primer. Any primer that you know that you love and works best for you, I would just do this. This is just gonna help minimize any pores that we don't really want to show up, you know. So I just go in with that. Again, it's the Benefit Professional primer. And I'm just going to put that all over here. Okay, so once I have that done, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with kind of what's called like a color corrector. So a color corrector is going to be anything that kind of has like an depending on what you're trying to cover, like an orangier tint to cover more of like the redness. There's also other things that you can use, like a purple or a green to cover certain things, but for me, most of it is just these dark spots right here and then some of these brown spots right here. So what I do is I go in with what's called our Power Powder Brush, and I'm just going to take this flat end right here, and I'm going to dip into this color right here, which is the color Goddess, and I'm just going to take Goddess, and I'm just going to start stippling that. And I'm not going to rub. I'm not going to, buff. I'm just going to start stippling that in those areas where I have that redness and those scarrings. So again, just taking that. I do have a little scar up above my lip. And again, just taking this, pouncing it into those areas. I have a lot of freckles on my forehead, and again, that's just from the tanning bed. Lots of scarring up here as well too. I am a picker, so my face went through a really bad transition, and I literally picked the crap out of it. So what I'm going to do too is I'm also going to show you, let's say you have a problem area, like you just like woke up and you have a pimple that just showed up. I'll show you after we do our makeup how to go back in and cover those as well. Okay, so as you can see where those problem areas were, I came in and I took that color Goddess and I took that to kind of color correct all those. So let's say that I have really bad like dark circles under my eyes. Then what I do with that is I'm going to go in with what's called Frenchie, and Frenchie is a lip and cheek. And I'm gonna take that, and again, this is kind of more of like an orangey pinky undertone, and I'm gonna stick Frenchie under my eyes, and that's going to help counteract any of the dark purpleness that I might have. So again, this is a lip and cheek. Hello, Renee. Hey, Danielle. So again, this is a lip and cheek that I'm just taking, and I'm using this if I was to have bad under eye circles. I'm using this to counteract, hey, Karen, to counteract that purpleness. And I'm just gonna let that sit. So we have that under our eyes. So what I'm gonna do now is, now that I have some of this stuff color corrected, I'm gonna go in with what's my actual color. And I think we're gonna just stick with Sandy. So I'm gonna take Sandy right now, and where I have, I'm just gonna take Sandy, I'm gonna take it on our detail hack brush, and I'm just going to pat that. And again, I'm not rubbing, I'm just literally gonna pat Sandy in that area. So if you caught the first of the video, you saw that I had all this scarring over here. And as you can see, that going in with that orangier color, it really counteracted those. And again, like I said, I put on self tanner is specifically for this video, because when I put on the self tanner, it really brings out my scarring. It brings it out more prominent. So I wanted to show you how well this stuff really does cover. All right, Karen, sounds good, love. We'll have to catch up later. I want to hear everything. So again, I'm just taking this and I'm just patting it. We will blend everything in once we have everything done. But right now, we just want to press this cream into the skin. That's the nice thing about creams, is it's not drying. So with some foundations that you use, you have to really work with them. If not, then they dry. Really dry fast, and you're not able to blend them. Okay, so once I have that layer on, I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go in with a brighter color just right on top of the Frenchie that I have to really brighten up the under eye. So I'm gonna go in with the color Aura. And again, I'm just using my same brush, and I'm gonna go in, and again, I'm just patting. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm just going to pat. All right, bye, Danielle. We'll have to do our one-on-one soon. Let me know when you have time. So I'm just going to pat this in and bring it in an upside down triangle, and you can see how it really just kind of lightened and brightened. So the nice thing about this is if I had more prominent under eye circles, you would have noticed that those would be completely gone. So again, just taking this in that upside down triangle motion and just patting that in. I'm also going to take that same color, and I'm just going to brighten in some of the other areas that I have. Okay. So what we can do now is, let's go to this step and let's just start blending everything in, and then we're going to go back and see if there's any other areas that I might need to cover a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going in with our perfecting sponge, and I'm just going to start just literally just tapping. So you want it to be damp. You don't want it to be super duper wet, but you do want it to be damp. So what this is going to do is, this is just really going to help all of these creams to fuse together, as well as take off any excess. But you can see how, remember how bad and how so many different tones this was? It really has covered all of those scarring that I had. So when people ask, how is the coverage is absolutely amazing. You might need to do a couple different steps just to counteract some of those colors, but once you have that done, it's wonderful. So you can just see how this cream is literally just melting into the skin. And like I tell people too, you know, they're afraid of, well, how does it sit on the skin? How does it look? Is it cakey? A lot of the pictures that I take, honestly, I'll be 100% honest, I do Photoshop, but the only thing I Photoshop is my under eye wrinkles. Everything else is not. So it literally looks like a filter that is on your skin. Okay. So once we have that all put in or put on and we have it blended in, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to kind of take a look to see if there is any other areas that I kind of missed that I want to have a little bit more coverage, a little bit more, you know. So I'm going to go in with our blend and tap brush. I'm going to go in with that Sandy, and let's see here. I have this one right here. So I'm just going to tap, 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 and just really kind of tap that. More spot conceal. And you can see how it just took that away. Kind of get these. These ones are more like gouges in. But you can see how just by tapping and kind of just like concealing. Let's see here. We'll just kind of do this little one right too. So you'll just kind of go back in and just kind of tap, conceal, and then you have it. So that is how I color correct, and that is how I cover all of my blemishes. So if you have questions on this and want to try it, definitely please reach out to me. Let's go ahead and finish just the rest of our face. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my contour color, and I'm going to take that same, actually, let me get a different brush to use. I'm going to use a new Detail HAC brush, and I'm going to go in with my color Astoria, and I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm just going to kind of like paw at it. I'm just going to paw at it with the side, and then I'm going to, how to find your cheeks, your cheekbones, is you can literally, if you can kind of see that natural shadow that I have, especially on this one, or you can suck in, and you can see that as well. So I'm going to go in here with my Detail HAC brush. I'm taking the side of it, and I'm just going to press. And I'm just going to press back and forth and up like this. I'm not going to take it down. I'm literally just going to start flicking it up. We're going to do that with the other side. Same thing. Let me get my mirror. The comments kind of get in the way sometimes. Okay, actually, let's do this. Okay, I just swiped them, but I'll swipe them right back. So same thing. And again, just going to, ooh, that one kind of came down, but I'll show you how we're going to fix that. So again, let's kind of tap it in, flick it up, like so. So you want to flick your contour up because you want it to act as if it's a push-up bra for your cheekbones. And what's nice about this too is this is also giving us coverage. So all of these colors right here are going to be used for foundation, your concealer, and your contour. And they're all going to give you coverage that you need with not looking too cakey whatsoever, because it just blends all in. Okay, let's take this and just kind of put a little bit. I don't normally do my forehead that much. I don't have that big of a forehead, but you can just kind of bring it down like so. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to go in with that same brush that we used the Sandy on, and I'm going to take it and I'm just going to sharpen that up since I got a little bit carried away. So that's also another one of the things that's nice about that the cream makeup is it's very forgiving. So you're not going to have to go and take off your whole makeup again. It will allow you to fix it. So let's just blend this in. Okay, I kind of want to brighten up my under eyes just a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with our BFF blender. I'm going to go in with the color Linen, and I'm just going to take Linen and I'm just going to kind of focus it in the corner of my eye just to give me a little bit more brighter look. I wanted to show you that the look with the Frenchie and how to cover under eye circles, but because I don't have it, that Frenchie still is kind of showing through, but I wanted to let you guys know, or I wanted to show you guys. So let's just blend again. Okay, so you can just see that it really, really, really brightened. And again, I'm just pushing it into the skin. And you can see how it's just really sitting on there. Okay, let's go in with our blush. So we're just gonna keep with the same thing. We used Frenchie under the eyes to counteract that. So I'm gonna also use Frenchie as well. But first, let's go in. I do like to kind of sun-kiss my skin a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this Bella Cream bronzer right here. I'm going to go on with our B squared brush. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to go over the contour with it. I'm not going to bring it down. I'm going to go over. Sounds good. And then I'm just going to buff it in. So you don't want to bring it down because that's going to defeat the purpose of the contour. Remember, the contour was to push those cheekbones up and give us those really prominent cheekbone look. And then we're going to bring it down. What store are you going to? Oh, I just wanted a Mountain Dew, please. You'll be back by 11:45? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I have to go show a house today. Okay. So we have that. There's obviously too many things going on at once. Okay. So I'm going to flip this back around and we're going to go in with Frenchie, which is that color that we used for our under eyes. I'm going to smile and I'm going to start it like right here and bring it back into my contour and where I just, I'm going to come back and see. Hey, Nicole, how's it going, babe? I'm just going to smile, bring it back, and I bring it back into my contour and my bronzer right up to my hairline. And then also I've been kind of like tying it in up here as well too. I don't know why, I just kind of really like that look. So I'm gonna flip this around and we're gonna blend it in. And as you can see, I still have lost no coverage over here from what we did. So the coverage really is still staying. Okay. Just kind of blend. And if you get too much of the blush on, you think you have a little bit too much, then just go in and just really start blending that in as well too. So let's just say we had some stuff that was kind of coming through and we were like, okay, no, we don't like this. So let's say I have a couple down here. Then what we do, remember, is we go into our skin tone one that had the wrong one on it. We're gonna go into our skin tone one and we're gonna just kind of spot conceal. And then you can kind of see that it just, again, covered that up. Thank you so much, Nicole. And then you can go in and just kind of push and blend. Okay, so let's just go ahead and finish this off with our illuminator. And we're gonna use a powder illuminator today. Sorry, let me just get this fixed. I'm trying to do a bunch of things at one time because I have to go show a house at 12, and you guys know me, I'm always running super, super duper late, as always. So we're gonna just kind of fix up our hair a little bit. And just kind of, I'm really, really wanting my hair to get a little bit longer, and I'm really, really wanting to like add my extensions again, but I'm like, no, 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 I'm on this new kick, can't do it, can't afford it right now, so we're not gonna do it. Ah! Okay, hey Shelby. Okay, so there is that. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go in with our powder illuminator. I'm gonna take our BFF brush, and that's the one thing that I like about our brushes is they're dual purpose. But also, let's say you wanna try this makeup, but something that's holding you back is I can't afford the brushes, I don't wanna buy the brushes. Send me a picture of the brushes that you use and I can show you how you're able to use each one to try the makeup. Okay, so we're gonna go in with Georgia. Georgia has been my absolute favorite. It's this one right here. I love it. You guys know me. This is a plain donut, and then we have the glazed donut. And I love it. This is so pretty. It's just so complimenting. One thing also too I really love about our powder illuminators is, you know how some illuminator you put on and it really shows, like sometimes when our skin has texture, it really shows the texture. These do not. These literally go on just like one of our cream illuminators, but they're just so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. Put some right there. Let's get a little bit above the eyebrows. Right there. Okay, I think that's it. So, ladies, that is, oh, let's do one more thing. Okay, if you tend to be a little bit oily, I am not, I'm dry, but I do like my makeup to stay on very well. So what you can do is you can go in with a translucent powder. We have a translucent powder, but I'll be completely honest, it's not my favorite, so I don't talk about it often. But the translucent powder is Vanilla Dust. Again, if you guys have any questions or wanting to try this makeup, just reach out to me, or you can put color match in the comments and I can color match you, get the correct colors that you want, kind of go over everything. But I've been really using back to the Arbonne translucent powder and I absolutely love it. So what I do is I don't bake because I do have such dry skin. So I take a little bit on, that was actually quite a little bit on my, my perfecting sponge, and I just really tap that and blend that in to my under eyes, just like so. Sorry, the comments. And that's just gonna help to set my under eyes and help it not crease. Then what I'll do is I'll go in with the butt of my perfecting sponge and I'll just kind of start like dotting it in places. And then I will put that around my face so that the rest of my face just sets and stays all day. One thing you can do if you have a problematic T-zone is just really focus it down in those areas that you get oily. All right, but that is it, you guys. That is how I cover up my problem areas with all of my scarring. So you can see how just taking a couple extra steps to color correct that really makes a big difference and really helps with that coverage. You can do that again with, if you're suffering with melasma, please reach out to me and I can show you how to cover that up. Under eye circles or acne scarring. There's so much that you can do with this makeup that will allow you to cover it, and the coverage is super, super good. So again, here is how I cover my acne scarring and my problematic areas. And yeah, see, like I like broke out on my chest too. We should probably put some mascara on those. But anyways, that is it. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I kind of need to hurry. I don't know what time it is. I can stay on here 11:31. Actually, if you want me to, I can hurry up and do the rest of my makeup on here. So let's just go in with that same contour color that we used, which was the color Astoria, and let's just go ahead and cover it. Let's just go ahead and push up. What am I trying to say? Let's add some eyebrows. So I'm just gonna go in with that color that I use, which is Astoria, and what I do is I outline my eyebrows first. So I outline them and then I color them in. Like so. What's everyone's plans this weekend? We are working hard to get our house sold. Today I have an appointment with my counselor. And this weekend the boys have baseball stuff. Thank you, Shelby. The boys have baseball stuff, so they have their hit-a-thon. So if you guys, I am just going to put it out there, and no obligation whatsoever. Every little bit counts. But last year, Grayson was #1 with the hit-a-thon. He raised $1,700. And so we're putting the boys together. We have a goal of $2,500. We did set a GoFundMe page up. For the boys. So if you feel generous or whatnot and you want to, if you guys can go and donate, again, like I said, no obligation whatsoever, but we do have our goal of $2,500. We raised $1,700 last year. So yeah, so the boys will be doing that tomorrow. And then I'm trying to think what else. Nothing really. No, so what we're gonna do, Nicole, is we are going to you guys, I'm gonna go in with my Bella bronzer, the one that I'm using, and we're just gonna use that as eyeshadow today. So Nicole, what we're doing is we are going to sell our house and we're going to rent. And we're going to rent in the area that we want to move to, which is called Vacaville. And what we're going to do is we are going to rent for about 6 months, see if we still like it. And then if we do, we are going to look for land to buy. And then we're going to have a house built up there. So the reason for the sell and the move is we really want some land. And also the area that we would be moving to has better schools. Hey, Brittany, long time no see, babe. Has better schools. And also, so like our house, I'll give you an idea. Our house is 1,200 square feet, has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's not that big. We paid $399 for it back in 2013. So just to let you know now, we've been here since 2013. Our house is worth about $550,000 now. And we are not in the greatest area. Actually, if you want to be truthfully honest, we're kind of in the ghetto where we live. So, but you can't, when we want to move, you can't get a house for under what we want to pay, especially if we want to have land, if we want to be in a good school district, if we want a bigger house, we're looking at spending anywhere from about $800 up to $1 million. And we just don't want to do that. We don't want to be house poor. We still want to be able to do what we want to do. And right now, I mean, you can't even get a fixer-upper in a good area. I'm telling you guys, like a full-on fixer-upper where you have to literally gut everything and fix it up for under $500. No joke. So the area that we're moving to, we can get a piece of land and have a brand new 2,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath home, all brand new for about $600,000 to $650,000. So it's a big difference. We'll be moving away from our jobs, but we don't mind the commute. It will just be the boys, like I said, the boys will be in a better school district, and it will just be better. So that's what our plans are. Yes, it is insane, the housing, especially in California. I'm not sure in other areas. I'm sure, you know, so that's just what we feel is the best thing to do right now. And to be honest, I am kind of actually really excited to sell this house and just rent. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I think I'll go in the other group that I haven't been in forever, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more about what's going on. Yeah, I'm just excited for that. Okay, I'm going to put on Frenchie, and then we're all set to go. I know, I was thinking, it's been forever since I've been in BelleAme, and I need to, kind of wanted to get back to my old stomping grounds, if that makes sense. All right, let's put on some setting spray. And we are all good to go, you guys. I just want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope this has helped you guys when it comes to covering up some of your problem areas that you have. And again, if you want to try this makeup, reach out to me and we can get you set up. But until then, you guys have a great Friday. I'm sure I'll be back on tomorrow. Got to try to be consistent. Kind of like not been feeling it lately, but starting to pick back up. I got to get going. I got to show a house. I got to go out there and sell that house. But you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.